In today's session of Tech Talk, we will look at health, tech trends, and some security tips just because it's October, and October is a cybersecurity awareness month. Oh, and of course, breast cancer. I also want to use this opportunity to welcome all Valley View University students back to campus, especially the freshmen. We had a long vacation and I believe most of us used it to the max and learned so many new things. Well, if you didn't, don't worry. Tech Talk is here to save the day. I have to say that there's a lot going on this week and in this month. Today is Tuesday, 11th October 2022, and it happens to be Ada Lovelace Day, the first programmer. Now, before I tell you who she is and a little bit about her, I want you to first know what is trending. And then I would welcome John Patricks to do us the honors. Welcome to the studio, John Patricks.
Thank you.
What do you have for us?
Yes, so first talk about the new iPhones and how they are making sales now. Then we'll look at what people are saying about the new trend that Apple is going to sell their phones. Then we'll end with kind of addiction. We are all students. Sometimes we plan doing something, but one way or the other, we end up on TikTok, Twitter, or any other social media platform, taking a lot of our time away from us. So we will be highlighting some mobile applications that will help us stay focused.
Okay.
Yep. So the first one we are going to look at Apple, their new phone, iPhone 14, which costs around 22,000 Ghana cedis. 22,000 Ghana cedis. It's either you look at buying a land or buying a phone. So it is. However, this is what they are doing now, that they are selling their phones without any accessory like the charger, headset, or any cord with it. So you have to buy it separately. Now people are raising alarm as this is not a good thing. I don't buy a car and then I later go to a different shop to purchase tire. It doesn't dance. So people are raising issue and they are really disturbed about it, because if it sells that way, if Apple is allowed to sell that way, all the mobile phone companies will be moving to that direction, because Apple is a huge company. So if it sells, they are going to do it. So people are asking their government to stop it. However, in Brazil, they've made laws to ban all iPhone phones without charges. So iPhone 14 wouldn't sell in Brazil without the charges. And still on Apple, the European Union Council had enacted laws that will force them to use the USB-C, the Type-C. So they want every phone to be using the Type-C. Unlike, we know that Apple has its own charger. So they are banning it from next year. All Apple phones are to come with Type-C. So that is the development now. Now, if you are struggling with focusing because your phone is stealing a lot of your time and you don't know what to do. So as students, you plan learning, but social media is really keeping you away from learning. I have these apps that will help you stay focused. They will help you to log you out of your phone, and you will be able to concentrate on whatever you plan to do. So the first one I'll mention is Keep Me Out. Keep Me Out. It is free and it's Android too, so you can get it at the Google Play Store, and it locks you from your phone based on a quick timer and a daily time schedule. So you have to schedule, you have to give the time yourself, and then it locks you out from it. The next one we look at is the App Block. App Block is there's a free version and there's a paid version, but you can get the free versions on both the iOS, so the store, the App Store, or the Android Google Play Store, and it blocks apps and websites based on usage and schedule or quick time. So when it sees that you are often on a website or often with an app, it blocks it automatically for some time to help you stay focused. Then the next one is stay focused. Stay focused works the same as the app block, and it has the free version and the paid version. However, there is the free version you can try both for iPhones and Android. Then my favorite, the Lock Me Out, which is free and is available only for Android. And this what it does. It's almost the same as the other 3 apps I mentioned earlier, but you have to pay each time you want the app to stop working when you turn on the blocker, which means harder to stop. So one of the significant features of this, which makes it favorite for me, is that if you set your time, for example, from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m., I don't need to get to social media or any other app that steals my time. But in one way or the other, you think you are free, so you want to end the schedule. It asks you to pay. And for your first time, it asks you to pay 25 cedis. If you are able to pay and you use it, the next time it asks you to pay 50 cedis, it doubles it. So you see, paying for 50 cedis just to have access to your own phone wouldn't be something nice that you would like to take. At the end of the day, it will help you stay focused. And I have been a challenge. I think, I don't want to say I'm addicted to Twitter, but I like being there. So for the past week, Lock Me Out has been helping me. It's always off from 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. It keeps me, whether I'm free or not, I should rest. Sometimes, many of us, we don't sleep. While you're on the bed trying to sleep, you are still on TikTok, you are still on WhatsApp, you just stay there, and it's unhealthy. However, we'll be talking about this later as healthy practices and the health effects of these devices on us. I believe that these apps will help us stay focused and makes us healthy. The apps again, Lock Me Out. We have the app block, stay focused, and keep me out. So these 4 apps, check them out, and I believe they will help you. And if they do, you can just check in on us at thank you at Tech Talk, and then we'll be happy on how it's helping you with. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, John Patrick. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
I know it's helpful because trying to get off your phone is a very
I
difficult
tell
thing.
you, it's so much difficult.
Yeah, but I'm sure this will
You know
help us.
sometimes I'll uninstall Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
The next hour is
You
installed.
install it again. Okay.
So I believe it's with many other students.
Yeah.
So just try this app. It helps you. It keeps you logged out. If you want it to, it makes your screen go off. Just like that. Don't use your phone at all.
Okay.
So that helps you focus at least. It will improve on your health and then your studies as well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, John Patrick. All right. Now, as I mentioned earlier, today is Ada Lovelace Day, and I want to give you something small about her. So she's Augusta Ada King, Countess of Lovelace, was an English mathematician and writer chiefly known for her work on Charles Babbage's proposed mechanical general purpose computer, the analytical engine. Lovelace wrote the first algorithm for an early computing machine in mid-1800s. In recognition of her work, she has been described as the first computer programmer. Charles Babbage designed the analytical engine. The analytical engine was a proposed mechanical general purpose computer designed by the English mathematician and computer pioneer. He met Lovelace when she was 17 and became her friend and mentor. Ada married aristocrat William King in 1835, and they had 3 children. When he was made Earl of Lovelace in 1838, she became Countess of Lovelace. Charles Dickens and Lovelace met in 1830s. As Lovelace suffered from uterine cancer, she requested that he read her the scene from his novel Dombey and Son, in which 6-year-old boy Paul Dombey dies. Lovelace passed away a few months later on November 27, 1852. Now, Lovelace has received many honors for her work since she died. In 1980, the name Ada was chosen by the DoD for a new programming language, which remains an international standard. The U.S. Department of Defense named a programming language after her, Ada Programming Language. Ada is a structured, statically typed, imperative, and object-oriented high-level programming language, extended from Pascal and other languages. Now that's it for Ada Lovelace Day. My name is Mills Nemes. I am your host. And then we have our beautiful Eugenia with us. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hello, I'm Eugenia.
Hello, Eugenia. And we also have Pa with us.
Yeah, hello. I know you guys missed me.
Alright, welcome. Ask yourself, when was the last time you went a couple of hours without using your phone? I mean, apart from sleeping. Like, I don't expect anyone to answer, but like, just ask yourself and then see how far you've got.
It's impossible.
This one I removed the sleeping too. Like, why did you remove sleeping?
Because I mean, everyone sleeps at that time. You're not using your phone, right?
Yeah.
So some
We
say
use
that
our phone even during sleeping to maintain. Because my phone is actually beside me. I have this app thing to track my activities when I'm sleeping, whether I snore and those things. So my phone is still at use.
Alright, so some feel that they need to stay engaged. Some feel the need to stay engaged due to fear of missing out. Others also feel it's a way to be happy or productive. We'll start with our discussion for today, which is health associated with using technology. Papa, let's hear from you. Just something small regarding what we're about to talk about.
Okay, so I'll just go, through something brief about, the posture or how you're supposed to, sit, or as in how your body is supposed to be while you are, using a computer. And I'll just go through a short list of how your body arrangements should be while you.
Okay, body arrangements. How you share your body.
Yes, how you should share your body.
Okay.
So the English one is your posture
Alright.
during the use of your computer or anything. So this is based on if you are using a desktop or laptop. First is you need to adjust the height or the chair, the height of the chair from the floor and your feet, and then your knees need to be in line. That is slightly lower than the chair, and you need to adjust your hips, to fit comfortably on the chair. Then you need to sit up straight and keep your hips far back in the chair. Usually, sometimes we lean forward while we are using computers because it's in front of us. So that way it would be kind of uncomfortable while using the machine, and that would ruin your back. So the next thing is the back of the chair should be somewhat reclined at a 100 to 110 degree angle. You have to, if you have a protractor, you use the protractor to do the 100 and 100, but that's just I just say. But then you need to have that kind of angle so you don't strain your back. Then you need to ensure the keyboard is close and directly in front of you. Okay, sometimes you see for me like this, I use my laptop sometimes on my bed, and so you chair your body. Like you lie on one side, you lie on one side while your spine is
very bad posture.
Twisted a little. When you
No, weird angles.
it's just I don't know. Let me see if I can get. You do your angle like maybe 100 and something degree your back. Anyway, moving on. You just need to be, have your back straight while you are using the machine. If you are going to lie down, you shouldn't use the machine. You should put it down and then, sleep.
No, you can actually do that. You help incline yourself with the pillows.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that you
But
say it,
the thing is just
I have
make sure
a
your
question
back
for
is
that.
straight.
me, I want to lie down and use it. So if you lie down, don't lie down and use it. Don't use your machine. It's not healthy. To keep your neck stay relaxed and in a neutral position, The monitor should be directly in front of you, a few inches above your eye level. Sometimes you need to keep the laptop should not be lower than your eye level. It should be right in front of your eye.
Biko.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that you can protect your eye and whatnot. Then you need to sit at least 20 inches or an arm's length away from
So
the
that one
computer
we have to
screen.
go and take ruler and measure it.
Look, just sit comfortably and make sure that you are comfortable. The actual thing is your comfortability. If you are not comfortable, your body will give you signals
No,
you are
but
not
you see,
comfortable.
sometimes the way somebody can sit and be comfortable, you'll be shocked that the person is actually sitting like that.
Yeah, that's the person.
That's the person. Everybody, me for instance, the 110 degree sentence. It's not 1 degree measure per se, but 1 degree, then the 110 degrees and things. It won't be comfortable for me. I won't be using a PC when I'm not comfortable. Maybe the only thing is to make sure that your spine is. Some people already have some conditions, so how they will see it will definitely be different. Some people have what uses and those things.
Okay, so Ada Lovelace too has spoken. You've heard from her.
So then the final thing is you need to relax your shoulders and be aware of them rising forward, towards your ears or rounding forward throughout the workday. Usually these things are just a list of how you should sit, but sitting comfortably and sitting healthy might be two completely different things. You can sit comfortably and you'll be hurting your body,
True.
but you can sit healthily and feel uncomfortable, but later on you wouldn't have issues.
Yeah.
It's like taking medicine. It's not delicious.
Want it to be delicious.
Come on, para is not sweet. So even if you feel comfortable in that way, you might be hurting yourself. That's one thing that we need to consider. But it's also it's best to be comfortable while using the machine, as my sister said, Eugenia said. So that's about it for
Posture.
yeah, the
The
posture.
question. Alright. So now we've heard of repetitive strain injuries. Not all of us have, but those who are listening to us want to know what repetitive strain injuries are and some common examples of them.
So repetitive strain injuries. These should be injuries that come as a continuous straining of a certain body part. So every time they are straining that specific muscle or bone or whatever, and then it has created some sort of injury in your body. And that is repetitive.
Okay, let me say your waist area. You see, sometimes you sit in a particular position or something, so it's got. Let me say, it's just like wear and tear. Something that's like it has happened, and even your wrist. I kind of have a slight issue with my right wrist because of how usually the typing. But I use my right more. I'm right-handed, so I use my right hand more. And even when I'm holding my phone, like I hold my phone usually one-handed. So how I've used it, so like sometimes you feel this pain and thing, and you've not met any injury or anything, but you just start to develop this pain in it. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so now I want to look at some few examples of the repetitive strain injuries. The first one is the eye strain. So we want to look at some of the devices that are likely to cause or give eye strain.
Any device that has a screen will definitely bring about eye straining. So all you have to do is deal with the lighting systems or how to protect your eye. Some people might rely on this eye gadgets like this blue light glasses and the rest, but it's not everybody who can afford it, so you have to take some measures like the reduction of the brightness and with the phones when it's evening time there are some places like the true tone, the night shifts, those things.
There are some people when they open their phones in the night,
the old
as if
women.
They are viewing heaven from a small
Floodlight.
My grandma, even when I take my grandma's phone, it's like I just saw an angel pop up. So always I'm telling her reduce it.
Yeah.
because I'll be using my phone and she'll be like, oh, check something on my phone for me, and it will be like I've entered a different planet because the light is always dim, and then I open it, I'm like, yo.
Some people think there's nothing wrong with that, but seriously, you have to know how much of the brightness on your phone that you use.
That is why I like how, let me say, the iPhones are. It's when you lower it, it's actually, it can regulate itself the amount of brightness you need.
Yeah,
So if there's a place with light, it actually starts.
Please, it's not only iPhone. You put on
Yes,
the flex.
yes.
That is why I
It
said
is
my
not only
phone.
iPhone.
I use an iPhone, so I'm speaking for myself.
You want to flex us?
Some people to shout. You think we are doing 30 times Zoom here?
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
The next one on the list is screen headaches.
So time these headaches are as a result of maybe you are not having breaks while using your, or maybe the glare or the high brightness of your screen, and so it's recommended that you take frequent breaks. You don't be too close to the screen. As for me, I'm you all know
We don't know.
I'm part of this group, so I like sitting very close to the screen. So I've understood this one. And then next, you need to use anti-glare screen. So some other solution could be maybe blue light glasses to prevent the amount of light that goes into your eyes.
Yeah.
And then the next is avoid the reflection of sunlight on your screen. That one too hurts a little, you know.
Mhm.
Then fix broken screens and put mobile phone on left side of the car when making a phone call. And last, you go for eye screening. Yes, it's very important. You can go to Dodo Hospital or any of the various hospitals around you.
Yeah. Like frequent checkups for your eyes.
For your eyes, very important.
Yeah.
Rich people.
You can use national insurance
Yeah.
for it.
The rich people. You know too. You have money for maintenance of the insurance.
Okay, so the next one is radiation.
Radiation comes from mobile phones, television. Television is what I know mostly, and then there's computers. So radiation can cause cancer. Yes, and being too close to the TV or the phone can cause that. And cancer can come any part of your body. It doesn't always come in either like this month that we are doing. Yeah, so it cannot come.
And also, as we are talking about these technological things and the cancer thing, radiation thing, let's not forget the most important part, the health aspect. In the hospitals and things, the gadgets they use, edges and things, are all radiations.
True.
Too much of it. That is why they have a required. They are not supposed to have edge rates. How many? Some required specific requirements, like you shouldn't exceed them. So yes, and also you shouldn't just enter the laboratory anyhow. Yeah. So it's not only this time. So it applies to tech users, whether in the medical setting or wherever.
Okay, now the next one is hearing.
The earpiece, or let me say now we have AirPods and things. I can say, even though like now it's the trend, if you don't have AirPods, it's like yeah, but to me it's like the sound goes directly to your eardrum. So because of this, it has this thing that blocks outside this thing. So it's like your hearing sense or your auditory senses, like they are only focused on the sound they're hearing. And some people actually open the volume too loud, and they don't even have these regulators. Like you should actually have this setting that your phone warns you if the sound, maybe the volume you're opening is too much, or even per week, maybe like it has this weekly analysis that it gives that, or maybe this day for the week, so maybe you should do away with your AirPods or your earpiece. Yes, I have that settings as well. And also there are hearing aids as well. So yeah.
For those who go to parties a lot, the PA system, please don't be standing close to them. It's not good.
Somebody wants to enter it.
Those who get drunk and even sleep on it. I don't even know for you people.
And we are continuing. The next one is wrist pain.
What I do for me, my wrist pain is like you do. I don't even know how to say it for people to see. Like, like you have to do this wrist exercises. That one, yeah, let's go to YouTube. They will help you people with little exercises for the wrist, like. Then you take breaks, and even you can even get a friend who you think is good, not just any friend. You go and put your wrist in their hands, I beg, but you look for someone who is good, who massages for you. Yeah, that's vocational massage. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when if you're the type who is always typing and all that, you can just take a break and then rest your wrists more, you know. The next one is neck strain. Neck and back. The neck and the back.
Okay, so the neck and back strain, pain and aches is from the use of computers or laptops and then television. So while you're using these devices, your posture during the use of these devices. Most of the times, if it's the TV, you sit in your couch, maybe you lie in a certain angle, and maybe you are eating or something while watching TV.
Some people, it's more than gymnastics.
Hey, they will chin themselves on the. As in, they would sit in such a way it looks uncomfortable and might feel uncomfortable, and it's not healthy for you.
Irregular shapes and angles.
Right. So if you have bad posture while using any of these devices, that is laptops or computers or TVs, then it could cause. It's one of the ways to solve this problem is to adjust your chair when you are or your monitor. So the monitor in front of you, are using a desktop. You need to adjust it in such a way comfortable, and your posture is correct. Then you should take regular breaks. As we said before, go for walks if you're a programmer. In fact, if you are even doing normal typing, you should take regular breaks and go for a little bit of walk. Otherwise, it could affect your health, from cancer to strains and body pains. And then next, use foot rests so your legs are more at a neutral angle. Yeah, so you use foot rests for that. And before we go, there's this one thing that I wanted to even tell Patrick when he was doing the trends for computer and IT, personnel, those who use computers a lot. There is this working desk where I don't know, it's like a table. You have the table in front of you, your laptop, everything is there connected, and then there's a treadmill connected to your table or a normal this one. So you get to stand for a bit. You get to walk for a bit while you are even typing. So as you are working, you are walking. There are videos online. I would share them with us so that we can see them.
It's more than multitasking.
It allows you to simultaneously exercise and as well do your work, whether from home or at work in itself. So yeah.
Okay. Looked at some strain injuries and then some things you've not been doing well. We want to look at what we can actually do better. What things can we do to help ourselves?
When charging your phones, please do not answer your phone calls. Like unplug first.
Take out the charger first before you answer the call.
Before you answer. You can become a conductor without knowing.
Okay, so what if let's say maybe you're on a call and then your phone is going low?
It's not radiation actually is much higher when your phone is on lower batteries. That's from research. They said that the radiation is actually more stronger. So if your battery gets to the lower percentages, it's actually advisable not to answer phones. But in case maybe you have to answer, maybe try putting it on loudspeaker or something.
Or use a Bluetooth device to answer your calls.
Okay.
Then avoid using damaged sockets because you might end up like you're blasting your phone. The phone Nowadays, the way the phones are expensive, imagine.
But they want to see fireworks. The one that when you insert the shadow and you just
Like, this knockout butterfly chase me and things.